In this podcast episode, former President Donald Trump discusses a variety of topics, ranging from his views on current events to his relationships with world leaders. Trump expresses his belief that President Biden is the worst president in the history of the United States and suggests creating a diss track against him. He also mentions his strong fundraising numbers and support from the public, attributing it to dissatisfaction with the current administration. Trump maintains his stance on certain media outlets, referring to them as fake news. However, he acknowledges that he had participated in interviews with networks like CNN in the past and expresses willingness to engage in debates with them. Despite his criticisms, he recognizes the importance of engaging with different media platforms to reach a wider audience. Trump shares his interest in fighting and UFC events, highlighting his attendance at matches and interactions with fighters. He praises UFC President Dana White and discusses his positive relationships with fighters like Khabib Nurmagomedov. He also mentions his son's admiration for Mike Tyson and his own experiences with wrestling champions during his time in office. The former president expresses concerns about the increase in global conflicts since leaving office, particularly referencing the situation between Russia and Ukraine. He emphasizes his tough stance on Russia during his presidency, including his decision to end the Nord Stream 2 pipeline project. He also discusses his relationship with Russian President Vladimir Putin, noting that while they had a good rapport, he had taken strong actions against Russian interests. Trump criticizes the current administration's handling of international crises, such as the withdrawal from Afghanistan and the escalation of tensions with Russia. He highlights his approach to foreign policy, which he believed prevented conflicts and maintained respect for the United States on the global stage. He emphasizes the importance of strong leadership in dealing with complex geopolitical issues. Trump reflects on his interactions with various world leaders, noting that he got along better with strong leaders than with weaker ones. He cites examples of his relationships with leaders like Kim Jong-un of North Korea and Xi Jinping of China, highlighting his ability to negotiate and maintain diplomatic ties with challenging counterparts. He emphasizes the importance of personal relationships in international diplomacy and credits his approach for averting potential conflicts. Throughout the conversation, Trump underscores the impact of his leadership style on foreign relations and global stability. He argues that his administration's policies had prevented nuclear war and maintained peace in regions like North Korea. He states that his assertive approach to diplomacy and willingness to engage with adversaries were key themes in his discussion of international affairs. Trump expresses his desire to stop the war in Ukraine and believes he can achieve peace if elected president again. He also discusses the situation in Gaza and reaffirms his support for Israel, highlighting the importance of diplomacy in resolving conflicts. The former president addresses the opioid epidemic in the United States, emphasizing the need for strong border control to prevent the influx of drugs like fentanyl. He criticizes the Biden administration for its handling of the issue and highlights the impact of drug trafficking on communities. Mike Mallock shares his personal experience with addiction and recovery, highlighting the challenges he faced during his struggle with heroin addiction. Trump acknowledges the importance of addressing mental health and rehabilitation services for individuals affected by substance abuse. The conversation takes a lighter turn as the hosts ask Trump about his views on aliens and UFOs. Trump shares anecdotes from his meetings with pilots who have reported sightings of unidentified aerial phenomena. While he remains skeptical, he acknowledges the possibility of extraterrestrial life and the need for further exploration. The discussion shifts to the topic of artificial intelligence and its potential impact on society. Trump acknowledges the power of AI and its applications in various industries, including speechwriting. He highlights the need for regulation and oversight to ensure the responsible development of AI technology. As technology continues to advance at a rapid pace, Trump emphasizes the importance of staying ahead of the curve, particularly in relation to China's technological advancements. He discusses the challenges and opportunities presented by AI and the need for the United States to maintain its competitive edge in the global tech landscape. The interview concludes with Trump expressing his admiration for the hosts and their success in building a popular platform. He commends Majlak for his recovery journey and encourages him to continue sharing his story to inspire others. The episode ends on a positive note, with Trump expressing his support for the hosts and their future endeavors.